Hello one and all, this is Nerdcraft here, bringing you Game 2 of this Best of 3 series. Here, spawning on the lower left-hand corner of the Shakur's Plateau is going to be our blue Protoss player. Switching the colors up on me a little bit is none other than Grubby's very own Grubby. And his opponent here, spawning on the lower right-hand corner, is going to be the Terran player with the proper color, the Devil Terran himself, Evil Genius's EGDeMusliM, the beast from the UK. Don't really know much of his nicknames. All I know is the Devil Terran, and I don't really know why he got named the Devil Terran. I suppose I probably looked that up. I'm curious, but that's a pretty freaking cool name, though, the Devil Terran. It's like, yeah, I'm the Devil Terran, what up? So you can see that EGDeMusliM is going to be putting a supply depot down here, indicating a wall off, because this is close air, I suppose you could call it. Of course, it's closer than, you know, going cross positions when it comes to air. I wouldn't be surprised to see some sort of Banshee play. That's what I was looking for. So any sort of Banshee play coming out of him, mainly just because he did lose that first game in a pretty scary way. Grubby went with a really old style Protoss play there, you know, just getting mainly stock. He started off with like a very heavy Zealot composition and then moved right into, you know, Death Ball, which you haven't seen a Death Ball for a while, really. Like that traditional Death Ball of Sentries, Stalkers, and Colossus mixed in with High Templar or Void Rays, depending on the player or the player's style, really. So it's really it was really cool to watch. I mean, it brought me back to when I played Terran, and just I mean, when I play Terran now, it just brought me back to when I played StarCraft 2, or when I played Protoss, and just it felt good to watch. As we see, the probe is going to come in here, going to do a little shocking on that SCV. He's like, don't tase me, bro. SCV's bro is coming in. He's like, don't worry, bro. I'll make sure that bro don't tase you, bro. I don't like bros. So this probe being really annoying. He probably figured that I'm stuck in here, so I might as well, you know, try and see if I can get EGDeMusliM off focus. You know, screw up some concentration of his. It would be funny if he like put a pylon down. No, they're just asking if there's some leg spikes. This was from MLG Anaheim, MLG Winter Arena, for anyone who does not know. And if you do not know, I mentioned that in the first game. So if you didn't know, that might mean you didn't watch the first game. And if you didn't watch the first game, well, my bad for spoiling it. But also go back and watch it. It's really cool. It's really awesome, fun game. Now EGDeMusliM is just going to make sure that he does get that probe. The probe is like, if I'm going to go down, I'm bringing you with me. And then attacks the Marine full-on head charge. Command Center going down here. Gasless Expand coming out of EGDeMusliM. He likes to really get those early expansions. Here we have from Grubby and an expansion as well. I don't know if he saw this expansion, but seeing how he had a barracks and no gas, he's probably just figuring, okay, gasless expansion. He's not going to be pressuring me anytime soon. I can pressure the game if I can pressure in this game if I feel like it, or I can just sit back and match his macro, which Grubby is indeed doing. And we see that the Zealot, oh dearie me, my mouse went a little haywire. I was actually putting my mouse pad back down. I'm trying to figure out, because my mouse pad isn't a big one like you see the pros use, but it is a SteelSeries, so yeah, awesome. Thank you, SteelSeries. Support esports. Go buy something from SteelSeries. And hey, SteelSeries, if you're watching, I'm not sponsored, and I'm totally willing to talk. That would be so awesome if SteelSeries actually said, hey, you want to be sponsored by us? Like, that would be really cool, but at the same time, let's be realistic here. I'm barely known. Why would someone sponsor me yet? And I don't even think casters are sponsored. And the Marines so happy they got to shoot something. They jumped out of the bunker with glee on their face. But you couldn't see it because the visor was in the way. Probe transfer coming over here. Looks like just 5 probes being transferred there from Grubby. If we look at the economy, we have, whoa, did not mean to click that one. I meant to go over here. We have 26 27 probes, I meant, to 23 SCVs. So it's no surprise that Grubby is ahead in that workers count, but, you know, it's also no surprise that EGDeMusliM is also ahead on the income count. Oh, mules, you gotta love them. So 2 more gates coming down here. So the opening is exactly the same as Grubby did in the last game. He's going for that 3-gate robo, or 1-gate expo into 3-gate robo, and no surprise there. EGDeMusliM, by the looks of it, is not actually going for any sort of early pressure. He's not going for that Banshee that I mentioned might have happened. or I wouldn't have been surprised to see. He is getting a stim, and he's just right now just on that 2 barracks. Oh yeah, 3 barracks, but 2 barracks with add-ons. So he's got 1 tech lab, 1 reactor. So he's making 3 Marines at a time. Grubby's gonna see that I'm out of Marines. He's probably gonna think, okay, it's pretty much the same game as last time, except he got a barracks first before he expanded. And Marines, very, very aggressive and angry people, want to take their aggression out on something. You know, that's what happens when you give a high security criminal a C-14 Gauss rifle, which doesn't really make sense because aren't Gauss rifles like... I always thought that Gauss rifles were some sort of like electrically charged gun, but if you look in like the cutscenes and everything, they have like traditional bullets with primers on them and everything. Those things are 50 cals, by the way, man. They are not packing light. Those Marines are armed to the teeth. This stalker just sitting out is pretty much just sitting there as a scout. I mean, he's almost dead. He's only got 87 life as opposed to 160 life. And he's just pretty much sitting out there waiting for a push to come out so he can see it, maybe even save the stalker as well. Pylon and Pylon being put down here by Grubby. I like this a lot. The Observer now finishing up for Grubby as well. He's going to be able to get that really nice scout off. You know, what are you doing? Are you going to be banshing me, or are you going to just be doing the same thing as last time? Of course, Grubby knows timings and things like that, so you have to take into account that he might see certain things. He just sees, okay, yeah, it looks like you're going a very, very normal bio build by the looks of things, so I'll just keep it at that. Does not see this expansion, though. Well, now he does. He's like, oh, okay, you're going to go for an early 3rd. I can play. Armory coming up, too, just for additional upgrades on that bio, and maybe even upgrades on the Vikings. And that stalker coming in, he's just going to be like, hey, SCV, going to deny you, and that pretty much forfeited this observer's life, because now EGDeMuslim's going to know, oh, well, he has an observer over there. And the factory coming in for the scout, go scouting factory. Going to see that Grubby is knocking down these rocks. This is going to be for several reasons. You could think he wants to get the expansion here, kind of like a safety measure, or he wants to use it to bring zealots over there. So, or you just like happen to click it, so you could like bring zealots over here, and then use a war prism as a elevator action. And we can see that there is a drop coming in, but it was seen somehow. I'm not really sure. It might have been an observer or this over here. Yeah, it was the observer. Saw that drop coming, so Grubby had prepared some stalkers, and I don't know exactly what prompted EGDeMusliM to drop right there. I don't know if he had seen that there was things already there or not. Talk about a bad time to just stop taking out the destructible rocks. It's just like, all right, sweet. We're taking out, okay guys, we're taking out destructible rocks for further strategic measures. Oh no, we've been seen. Strategic measures are now gone. Quickly, abandon. And then all of a sudden strategic measures become a very vital measure. Nice force fields there going down for Grubby. He did take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 Marines were right there with that. Pretty much at the cost of nothing when he engaged, but he did lose a single stalker up here. So, you know, trades going down. The thing about, you don't want to trade Marines with stalkers, mainly because stalkers do cost money, do cost gas. They have that 50 gas. And this factory is going to be taken out. Man, I don't know why my computer is a little laggy right now. Oh, I think it's just because I keep accidentally clicking buttons on my mouse. I click down in the middle button to like move around for this nice little movie cinematic action there, and I actually do that because someone requested me to do that. So yep, I take into account your guys' suggestions. The 3rd going down for Grubby as well. You see about halfway done is the Nexus, and drop coming up over here. Gonna probably aim at that 3rd, but there is a pylon, and pylon. So the drop was scouted very quickly. As we can see, the stalkers coming in. I don't know why they turned around. I don't know, maybe Grubby saw like, oh well, he hasn't brought it over. He probably just turned around or something. But no, EGDeMusliM actually turned it, put it down right over there. Stim going in. Gonna see, okay, there is no 4th. And there is an engagement over here. I like that a lot. EGDeMusliM actually using this army to draw out Grubby's army so he can try and snipe this 4th. He's going to take out a single pylon and supply block Grubby. Not too heavily, but enough. And the Blink Stalker's going to be able to clean everything else up. When did he get Blink? It doesn't even say a nice force field, bro. And he's going to be able to... he has a favorable position here, so I'd say Grubby has... would be able to take that battle. Well, I don't know. They have sight with the medevacs, so Muslim instead is just going to pick up and go back home. Nope, never mind. Looks like this one-way ride home has a layover, and that layover is ass-kicking. So EGDeMusliM going to drop over here. I don't know if Grubby saw this or not. I have no idea why he would have. Well, oh, he sees it with that observer. Okay, I see. Talk about handy, those things. I don't know, ever since I stopped playing Protoss, it seems like I forgot about a lot of things, and oh man, that entire army is going to go down, or the Blinkstalker's going to be able to take out that last medevac. There you go, Blinkstalker's shooting down in order to take out medevacs, and just blinks down and does take out quite a bit of units for free. Now we have oh man, it looks like a pattern of 2-1 Marauders being marched on over across the map. And that was kind of funny. You're just marching along. It's like, okay, boys, the mission is to take out the third base of the Protoss, and also you're ambushed by Blinkstalkers. That'd be really scary, actually, if you're ambushed by Stalkers. And the Silent Storm has just started, so it's going to be storms are not available. But feedback is he could use it on that medevac, which he's not going to. He just instead walks his medevacs right into it. Immortals versus Marauders. We all know who favors that match, and it is not Terran. That is for sure. We can see just more and more units being streamed across, kind of like small little waves. It feels like, what do you call that thing? Like, kind of like Horde in Gears of War, or I can't think of that wave style game in StarCraft 2. We can see there was a drop in the back. Sorry, my bad, guys. I missed that, but it did manage to take out majority of that mineral line. 27 probes were killed. And looks like this third is in a lot of trouble. Only one Stalker is able to blink away, and Grubby might have to just sacrifice this third. He does not have that much. He has a couple of chargelets, but a couple of charged zealots, and he does have a High Templar that has, I think, 2 storms available on it. Oh yeah, definitely 2 storms available on him. Yep, 75 energy. But luckily for Grubby, there is a Nexus over here, so he's just able to transfer those probes from the third over to his fourth, and didn't take too many probe losses. Well, no, he took 9. So that's quite a bit. And this observer, these observers are really well spread out. I mean, they're just everywhere that is needed to be seen. EGDeMusliM, he did add another factory. I think that was just to get, I don't know why he added that other factory. I mean, he didn't really need to. The drop going down on the 5th. Sorry, guys, I keep missing this. It did just kill 1 probe, though, so nothing too exciting there. All the Blinkstalkers are dead, so they're not going to be able to utilize that blink into the medevacs. And you can see all the probes got transferred over here, but EGDeMusliM making sure that Grubby's going back and forth. He's just constantly throwing out this army. Nice storm does go down. There are no medevacs over here. Well, now another medevac a single medevac does come in, and look at this. We are going to have a drop here. The 4th is going to be taken out so easily. Another wave of units coming across the map. Oh man, EGDeMusliM really being a devil right now. As you can see, the Immortals are finally down, so there's going to be a lot. It's going to be pretty hard for these Immortals to go down. Well, you know, charges are pretty good out here. And the rest of that army comes in from the drop. Luckily, there's pylons here, so he can warp in, and we see that feedback's going down on all these medevacs, but you know, there's just not enough energy to be able to really matter. Archon being morphed, and those other units that were streaming across are going to be able to take out the 3rd, and GG is called from Grubby. He knows that he just knows, it's like, this guy, he's constantly pressured. I like this a lot from EGDeMusliM. I think this is what EGDeMusliM had in mind in the first game, but just never got to it. And it's surprising that Grubby didn't get a Robo Bay. Instead, he decided to just go with that Gateway Heavy army. I think if he got a Colossus, at least 2 Colossus, I mean, these waves would have been held a lot easier. It would have been a lot easier for Grubby, because there were no Vikings at all. Of course, they could probably just stim in and take out the Colossus. But of course, if you're going to stim in and take out Colossus, you are going to lose a lot of stuff on the way while doing that. You know, when you're trying to run through the entire Protoss army, and you know, EGDeMusliM was on top of it. He was even getting his 4th too. So that was game number 2. The series is currently tied 1-1. If you didn't see game 1, go back and watch it, because it was awesome. Usually I say that more in the beginning of the game. Oh man, that sucks for Grubby. Look at that. Level 3 was just about to finish. 3-3 was just about to finish. That Archon would have been impossible to kill. Well, actually, it would have been really easy. So I'll see you guys at game number 3. It's coming at you pretty soon. Of course, it's coming at you as fast as you can click on game number 3. Please subscribe to my channel, so that way you can see when the videos do come out and everything. You know, just you get those subscriber boxes. You don't have to see, like, you're not just like sitting there just one day like, huh, you know, I want some I want some. I want to watch some StarCraft 2. What's something that I haven't seen yet? And then then you go. I was like, I want to watch some StarCraft 2. What was that one caster? He was really enthusiastic. I try to be enthusiastic, so I say I'm enthusiastic. And God, he had a weird name. It was like StarCraft, but he talked about it being a nerd, and he was also FTW at the end. Oh, Nerdcraft FTW. Let's go check out that channel, and then bam, got it. Haha. So why be sitting there bored, thinking about me? Well, hey, who isn't thinking about me, really? That's just kind of an effect I have. Just subscribe to the channel, please. It really helps me out, and I'll see you guys. I just realized the Observer's Portrait is the background is space. That's really cool. So I'll see you guys in game number 3. Stick around for it. I'll see you then. Man, that was repetitive. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at nerd_craft. So I'll see you then.